All right. I'm excited to introduce our next moderator, Alex Lecomte. Alex has been named Best Adult Industry Rep in 2014, 2018, and 2020 from Why Not Awards and CyberSocket. He's a prominent figure in the adult industry, named by AW Awards 2019, and included into the XBiz Community Hall of Fame. He comes from an international and multicultural background and holds 2 master's degrees with honors distinction in international marketing strategies and foreign languages for business and politics. After key experiences in mainstream advertising and public relations, Alex has been working as an account manager, in sales, and as a marketing consultant for several companies in our industry, including ExoClick, MobiIdea, Juicy Ads, I Want Empire, and others. Alex Lecomte is a proud member of the Seven Veils Media as its managing director. With 10 years of experience in both web and mobile marketing, he has been helping several video on demand, live cam, dating, and sexual enhancement products reach their ROI goals. The panel's topic covers working within the Latin American market. Some of the hardest hit regions during the pandemic have been Latin America. But the Latin American market is proven to be particularly resilient. Models, customers, new site owners, and existing studios are all seeking to expand their operations as they grow towards a new normal when this pandemic is over. Learn how they are moving forward and how you can use some of the things they've learned to your advantage. Alex, we welcome you and your panel to the Paxum BizDev stage.
Hello,
hi, Alex.
Thank you very much.
We're happy to have you. I'll let you introduce your panel members, and the stage is yours, my friend.
Thank you very much. Take care, Dana. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Hi, everyone. So thanks for joining for a very interesting panel, how to deal with Latin American market or markets. That's one of the first questions that we're going to see. Please welcome our panelist, William Blonde. Can you please join us in the room?
Hello, I'm William. I'm the CEO of MyVRGirls. We mostly see immersive technology. We are a content platform with immersive technology, and we're now reskilling a lot of people in Latin America to start learning a lot about immersive technology, VR and AR.
Thank you. Katherine.
Hello.
Hola.
Hello.
Bueno, mi nombre es Katherine Jiménez, soy la directora de comunicaciones de GuiaCereza. GuiaCereza es la empresa de entretenimientos más grande, o la empresa de entretenimiento para adultos más grande en Colombia, y llevamos ya 15 años en el mercado.
So she is Katherine. She is the communications head of GuiaCereza. GuiaCereza is one of the biggest stores in Colombia. They are in the market. They have been in the market for 15 years now. And they are like leaders on adult content production and stores.
Okay, thank you. Cesar?
Hello, my name is Cesar Perez. I have been working like traffic manager for more than 10 years. I specialize in buying media from many sources and optimizing it. I work as professor as well in different universities here in Colombia. My specialty is optimizing traffic and sending traffic to many offers.
Thank you. AJ?
Hi, my name is AJ. I run AJ Studios. It's a very one of the largest cam agencies in Latin America. We're currently managing over 3,000 models. I also run a trade show called LALEXPO, which is the first and only B2B show for the adult industry in Latin America. And I also have the Webcam Lab, which is a service and training center for studios and a BPO center for international companies that want to expand and enter the Latin American market.
Thank you. Cristian?
Buenas noches, my name is Cristian Cipriani. I am part of the Latin American group, pioneers of this business with all these friends. I am content producer and director of content for many companies. I am the representation for Many Beach Latin America. And I am really happy to be here with all these beautiful people tonight.
I am very happy to be here with you guys tonight because you guys bring the energy and the good business. So You're all based in beautiful Colombia, one of the most powerful country in Latin America. And I think we can start with the first question because we are trying to figure out with this panel, because that's why we're doing it in English, how to build a bridge with the Latin American market or markets and other culture and geo and countries and regions in the world. It will be recorded, so a lot of people can even see it after. So my very first question for you all, whoever wants to answer first, what can we include in Latin American, in LATAM region, or is it a region? I mean, many countries, one country, is it one culture? Is it from a business point of view, one element or subdivisions? How do you see it?
I'll start, I'll be short. It's basically several countries. You can't put all Latin America like into one market. Since there's so many countries, like the cultural diversity is huge, like from one country to the other. And that cultural diversity basically is going to impact the acceptance of your product, your service, the perception of your company and what are you offering. It might be very different from one country to the other. So basically, we consider it as several markets with very unique specificities.
Do you all agree with AJ, or do you have a different point of view, something you'd like to add?
In my opinion, for example, you're living in Brazil. Brazil is very conservative, and we have to for example, to notice that Brazil is different language. It's the only country in Latin America with different language. And working with the platform I representing, I see that the Brazil is very, very, very difficult. It's the only country really different to the entire Latin America. As different culture in Latin America, and I think right now Colombia is a war in the most important country in Latin America in all about business, specific in the webcam models. Brazil is different story, no?
Cesar, for example, for you to market Latin America, how would you proceed, or do you have different?
Yeah, countries are very different, and economical situation in the countries is very different as well. For example, Chile is very different than Bolivia, for example, or Peru is very different than Panama, for example. Panama is a country where people it's usual to have a credit card, different than in Bolivia or here in Colombia, for example. Right now, there are an explosion of bancarization. I don't know how to say that in English, using banks, because before this market wasn't used to have credit cards. Right now, it's more common than before, and due to the pandemic, it have a big explosion of using wire transfers and digital banks. Many of them came from Brazil as well. So right now we are using credit cards more than before. Panama, for example, everybody has a credit card, different than in Bolivia, as I said before. Yeah.
Very important. For the future questions, this is going to be very important for companies who wants to settle in one of our countries. Anyone wants to add something? Katherine, William, do you have any insight would like to share on that?
Well, I can give a little bit about insight on Colombia's perspective on technology. So one of the things that is really important about the Colombia and the LATAM region is Colombia's main government position that is developing the fourth industrial revolution. And in fact, in Medellin, you have the only place right now in Latin America that has a headquarters for the fourth industrial revolution. What does that mean? This means that they are training their citizens to know more about robotics, more about artificial intelligence, virtual reality, and all of these technologies. And this is really important because this is giving opportunities to Colombians and their citizens to be more developed and in their skills to start working on these other jobs. And and you can see, and you will see that Colombia will progress a lot more with this new position of reskilling their people to our more tech advanced era.
Absolutely, yeah. Katherine, for you guys, do you only work in Colombia or do you export in other countries in Latin America?
Yo trabajo en Colombia y en otros países en Latinoamérica.
Bueno, nosotros digamos que atendemos y distribuimos todo el mercado colombiano, pero también hacemos o enviamos productos a todo el mundo, todo lo que es juguetería y lencería, porque somos productores y tenemos nuestro propio taller de lencería.
Okay, so she's saying that they work basically in Colombia, like that's the main market for them, but they also ship toys and any kind of products to all around the world. So they work in different kind of markets, but they're very specific for Colombia.
Okay, thank you. So if the people who are watching us in live, so if you have any questions, please feel free to add them in the chat, so I can keep an eye on it. And I would also like to give my insight because, of course, this panel is about Latin America and it's also part of who I am. I was born in Europe, but I was raised between Mexico and Brazil. So, of course, two Latino countries. It is a very big challenge from a global business point of view, especially because the United States is such a powerful country, but we need to remember that we're all American, even if it's from the South. So yeah, it's Latin America. We actually have several languages in America. For example, French is a part of Latin America because there is Guyana. So France has a border with Brazil, for example, and sometimes we tend to forget that. So of course, different economies, different languages, different structures, different laws. So it's a group. It's just like the way you are going to treat Latin America is the way you're going to treat Europe. Between France, Italy, and Germany, that's the same with Colombia, Panama, and Brazil, for example. So obviously, a very big difference is in Latin America, not that many people speak English. So do you think, you guys, experts, do you think that it's a bit of a problem for business development or for whoever wants to do business with Latin America?
I'll start again. So basically, yeah, I mean, you could say that Latin Americans are very regionalist. So if you definitely want to connect with the market, you need to do it in their language. That's definitely, and you need to understand, like you just mentioned, it's just not Spanish. A lot of people just think, oh, I'm going to Latin America, Spanish. No, I mean, you got Brazil, that is Portuguese, and that's about a third of the population in Latin America. You got Spanish that pretty much, you know, almost in all the countries, they speak it, but you also got French, like a lot of the islands in Latin America, they speak French. So you definitely need to connect with the language. So if your company does not have the staff or the skills, the language skills, I suggest you definitely find a local partner that can help you communicate better with the market.
Whoever wants to. Cesar, for example, for you, is it a problem if you operate in Latin America and with other countries? Do you feel that there is a barrier because of the language, or is it fine?
I think sometimes you can feel that as an issue, for example, in the webcam models market, because if the model can't speak English, it's very difficult for her or for him to work. But the most of platforms have translations, so you can translate. But it's a reality that models who don't speak English are not so easy for them to work. So I think it's very important for the studios, for example, to teach English to their models because it's absolutely necessary to work. But in other markets, as dating, for example, is not an issue because the platforms have translations and they are translated to many languages, and it's easy for dating, for example. But for webcamming, is very important, and it's a barrier here. Yeah.
If you see, we have in the text chat some girls who don't understand nothing. I'm going to translate. Hoy estamos hablando en este panel para todas las personas y todas las modelos que hablan español, que si el inglés es una barrera, y fíjense que si es una barrera, ustedes están invitadas a un panel en donde estamos hablando algunas personas que trabajamos en el negocio de adultos, no es específicamente una charla directamente solamente a modelos webcam, pero es importante que entiendan que para entrar al negocio, que para de pronto poder defenderse, para poder hacer cierres de negocios, para poder conectar con otras empresas, el inglés es el lenguaje que nos conecta. Por ejemplo, esta transmisión está desde Rusia y ellos se conectan con el inglés. La gente que está en otros países se conectan con el inglés. Es súper importante para las modelos tratar de hacer esta práctica, de entender el lenguaje y de hacer por lo menos ese inglés de supervivencia. Yo cuando empecé en el negocio adulto no sabía hablar ni una sola palabra en inglés, todavía no sé, pero me trato de defender como un inglés de supervivencia. I just trying to speak in Spanish, so the models are with a barrier with the language.
Sorry, exactly. Cristian was explaining that it is a real barrier on both sides, because even if you're a model in Colombia and if you want to reach out to other foreigner markets, of course, English is the most powerful language. Even countries like Russia or faraway countries, they're all using English to communicate because it's the international standard. So whoever wants to make international business should really learn English just the way Cristian did, because it's at the beginning he didn't speak English, and when he wanted to open his businesses and international vision, he had to learn English. So it is true that it's something we have to face. What do you think, William? What do you think, Katherine? Is it a problem, or can you operate your business without speaking English?
Yeah, I can see that being a problem. I'm from El Salvador. We are also Latinos, but I come to Colombia, and there's still a language barrier, because there are some words, there are some slangs I still don't understand. So I see that there is a problem, and especially if you're gonna be investing a lot of money, you should definitely come here to Colombia, learn the language, and learn a little bit about the culture, because it's just as important to learn how they think and how they think as much as how they talk, because especially if you are investing a lot of money. This is see.
Absolutely, yeah. Katherine, is there anything you would like to add for you guys to operate your business? Do you think that you need to improve your English, or or is it fine?
Bueno, digamos que nosotros estamos acá en el mercado de Latinoamérica y decimos que el español es nuestro lenguaje y también es importante. Digo que pues estoy de acuerdo con ello, porque eso también le da el encanto a la mujer, a la modelo latina. También pues eso es nuestra cultura, eso somos, entonces es conservar de una u otra manera eso que nosotros tenemos.
So yeah, she's saying that since they are in Latin America, they don't find English so important right now in business, in a business matter. However, talking about webcam modeling, she says that Spanish is also part of the charm of a Latin American model. That's part of the culture and part of the beauty that a Latin American girl can have. And that's something that customers are also looking, or users are also looking, like the Spanish.
Bueno, y también es importante, o sea, digamos que es como un 50-50, porque también para la modelo es importante conectarse, hablar y tener, bueno, valga la redundancia, esa conexión con el usuario, con ese amigo virtual, porque de una u otra manera eso también le va a ayudar a crecer y a ser más exitosa. Entonces es como darle la importancia de un 50-50 a su idioma y abrirse las puertas con el inglés al resto del mundo.
So, and she also says that, of course, English is important, like a 50-50, because it allows the model to create rapport with the user, like with a virtual friend, saying that it is going to allow her to talk more, to say more stuff, so they're going to be more connected. But she again says that Spanish is also really important, like keep it 50-50. Of course, English to be able to build rapport, but Spanish to keep your charm.
Thank you. Okay. So we already see a bit of questions in the chat. Maybe we'll go a little bit through the panel still, and then at the end we will come back to the questions. But I can see already that so people are asking if all the speakers can speak Spanish. Sí, of course. It's just that we are doing the panel in English. Pero claro, todos estamos acá en Latinoamérica, así que el español. Y también they are asking if the studios in LATAM are investing in models to learn English. So AJ, I think your project, you have a lot of exchanges with English language, right?
Yes, I mean, we're also aware that one of the biggest barriers for our industry, CAM models, is the language, and that's the reason why I've said it a few times. I mean, because they always compare us with the Romanian market, like the Colombian market against the Romanian market, and it's basically, I mean, we have professional models in both markets. We're both very professional, but one of the disadvantages as a market in Colombia is basically the language. If you go to Romania, all of them speak English. So it is a big barrier. We have tried different things to try to succeed that obstacle. We've tried teaching, and we do give classes to the models, but it takes time, it's a slower process. So like in our case, we rely a lot on monitors or broadcast assistants who are bilingual. So they work like team to the models and help the models at least communicate and understand better what their members are requesting. It's not a translator because the monitor does a lot more things, but it's one of the components that the monitor comes in to help the models. It's the language barrier.
I think it's important to acknowledge that, yeah, it's true. When we compare the businesses, especially for webcam, between Latin America and Romania, yeah, absolutely. In Latin America, we're lazy and we are not putting as many efforts as learning English or a foreign language. So it is, yeah, a shame. And the people who are trying to change that, they are going to be successful for sure, because it opens all the door, as somebody said on the chat. English does. But also something that I would like to remind everyone, I was very pleased when I started to work in this industry, because you can find many companies where they have Latino people working there. So for example, Jasmine, if they are in Eastern Europe, even though you can find a few Latino people working there, in each company, they have at least somebody from Latin America. So it's there is a possibility to open bridges. It's not, there is a possibility, and you will find a way. I have a question to move forward with our panel. So since we are talking about Latin America, who is a strong region and big region, what are the profitable opportunities right now in this region of the world for business in adult?
Well, I can start on that. We are now integrating what is VR and AR as a content platform. So when you go to Chatterbait, you see almost, and you take Latinas out, those are 24 pages out directly. In almost every campsite, you will see half of them gone if you take out Latinas. So you're seeing a lot of models that are entering the webcam industry, and it's right now the best time to start to diversify a little bit on what they can do. And I would say one of the best ways to diversify would be content platforms like ManyVids or Fan Central or MyVRGirls. And we are right now setting up this education for studios and giving them cameras and how to use VR cameras. And we don't exactly need to have like a $3,000 camera. This is something like the Views XR. This is a $400 camera that uses perfectly 2 eyes that has 180 degree, and this still shoots up to 5.7K, and is really easy to use, very great quality. And on top of that, what we're doing is using artificial intelligence to create an even better resolution. So instead of going 30 frames per second and what the camera already shoots, we then pass it through an AI software that gives you the best quality. So we're doing whatever is necessary for reskilling studios and independent models to start using VR cameras and start getting into this immersive world on the easiest way possible. taking a lot of extra steps that we ourselves have to go when we first started back in 2017.
Thank you. Sorry, I had muted myself. Thank you. I think it's something quite new that people didn't expect Latin America to be working on, because sometimes we hear some comments from the US thinking that we are just, you know, without electricity or something. Cesar, do you see any market opportunities in LATAM, something emerging or something working well?
Of course. Right now, the pandemic has created new opportunities, because the way we relation as humans have changed. Because, for example, right now, in many countries, are bars and discos closed. Then the way we are looking for love or for relation with other humans beings is very different right now. So, for example, dating is growing a lot, and chat as well, because in the most of countries around the world, bars are closed. It's very different right now to meet someone. Then it's not only Latin America, it's around the world, it's all the world. Then right now, creating new models of ways of relationships, or to relate with other humans beings are great, the best business right now. So many people, for example, here in Colombia, who never thought being webcamer, right now they are thinking in converting in a web model. Yeah, we have a lot of opportunity right now and for a long time, because the pandemic will going to last, I hope not too much, but it is going to last at least 3 or 5 years, maybe the effects of the pandemic. Then there are a lot of opportunities due to that.
Thank you. Cristian, how is it going for you in Latin America?
I'm going to say first in Spanish. Bueno, estamos preguntando en el foro básicamente cuáles son las oportunidades que hay en Latinoamérica. Yo quiero explicarle a todas las personas que son nuevas en este foro, que llegan de pronto invitadas, que son modelos webcam, actrices o generadores de contenido, que llegan a esta industria, a Internet específicamente, a que entiendan que esto es un montón de gente que son dueños de negocios, que están tratando de ver la oportunidad de llegar a un mercado nuevo. Hay mucha oportunidad de negocio, pero lo más importante en todas las personas, sobre todo ustedes que están ahí, que ya hablamos del inglés, es aprender a entender cómo funciona el negocio adulto, qué cosas involucradas hay alrededor de una transmisión webcam o de un modelaje webcam o de una página de pago. Es tratar de identificar que son muchos factores los que están involucrados a la hora de funcionar de manera correcta en este negocio. Por eso es muy importante que ustedes empiecen a asistir a estos eventos, porque el siguiente paso es que la oportunidad de negocio en Latinoamérica van a ser ustedes, gracias a la educación. And I'm going to translate to English. I try to explain to the people who speak in Spanish or to coming to this panel tonight. It's to know the investment in Latin America. The most important investment is the people. If the companies, the owners of the companies or the strategy person is the companies, believe in the people in Latin America, can understand, we have a lot of people who can make a lot of money with our work. But investment in the people, educational opportunities with a big budget to educational is very important to these people are beginning in the business, understand it's a lot of complement, a lot of things who they need to learn to be in this business. The best opportunity is invest in the people.
Thank you. Does anyone want to add something? We've lost Katherine, I think. I'm sure she will come back very soon. If anyone wants to add something.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of agree with Cesar, where there's a lot of opportunity in the digital market. Even though Latin America is catching up more and more in the digital world, there's still a lot of opportunity in different niches. Like, by example, in our industry, like the whole traffic affiliate industry has a huge potential. I would say 90% of the models for cam studios don't understand how does the traffic world works, how can you be part of the whole affiliate world game, how you can make money, not only on the content side, but on the traffic side as an affiliate. And I see a huge opportunity there, and it's actually it's a project that actually we are working together with Cesar on a new project on teaching the industry how can you make money. If you're a cam model, cam studio, okay, you're in one part of the equation, but here's the other part of the equation where you can also monetize and make some income. And that we see a big potential and a lot of opportunity in that area as well.
Interesting. Can't wait to see that. I will also give my 2 cents on that. There are clearly a lot of opportunities. Of course, yeah, again, let's speak the truth. Yeah, we are poor countries. So I understand that many companies, when they're looking for a partner or a new project to invest in, they see Latin America as a bunch of countries with a money that is not really super high compared to dollar and euro. But it's a lot of people. And so even if it's cheaper, it's still a lot of people. It represents a lot of leads that you can monetize, and it has its real value. So for example, we see, for me, clearly on the performer side, what we see now that is booming, because I work a lot with platforms like OnlyFans, ManyVids, Avian Stars for my fans, etc. And I think, Cristian, you also have a beautiful insight on ManyVids. So all these platforms right now are booming, and it's really great because we can see that people who are, just like for webcam models, who are going through a phase of a little bit of money, getting a little bit low and stuff, they can work from home and they can monetize their content. And we see that a lot of people are liking it, because we need to acknowledge too that Latin America is a very communicative region, very funny region. Generally, a lot of people that are coming to Latin America, they're having a lot of fun because of reggaeton and tequila and aguardiente and all that things. So of course we provide the fun and the party, and that's what fans can really enjoy on platforms like OnlyFans and such. So there is clearly a lot of opportunities, and because the expression is a little bit more, a strength compared to other countries who are a little bit more shy, etc. Of course, the fact that we're able to communicate more, we're able to engage more with the fans and to provide content. If you check all around the world, Romania and Latin America are the 2 biggest regions for the best advertising awards and stuff. We are very good and very creative at that. It's something we need to acknowledge. So don't forget about Latin America. You can have a lot of things there. So I was speaking about the currency that is weaker than other regions, but do you think that there is still a possible investment in Latin America, just the way that I was trying to introduce it? In a nutshell, even if we're poor, do we still deserve the partnerships with foreign rich countries, or is it worthless? Cesar, for example, what do you think about that?
I think that is an opportunity as well, because, for example, right now models are getting more money for the same work because it's very profitable to be a model or an affiliate, because if you earn in dollars, you are getting more money here in each country. Then it is an opportunity for affiliates and models. But maybe for finding customers here for webcam sites, for example, that's a problem, because you will have to spend a lot of money more than before. And that could be seen as an opportunity for one side and as something very, very bad for the other side.
Okay, thank you. So who wants to give another insight about why?
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's. I mean, you got to play the currency in your favor. So obviously, as a risk or more of an opportunity, depending on what business you're looking to establish or what you're looking to achieve, you got to consider the currency, of course, but just like Cesar mentioned, I mean, you try to focus on products where the currency is actually going to be an asset for you and not a risk. Just like a lot of our clients on the webcam lab, you know, I mean, they're able to get a really good talent and staff for their companies or projects for a very lower cost than it will cost them to have a team directly in Europe and the US. So again, that's what I always tell a lot of my clients, like it's not about looking at the currency because you know, we have a lower value currency, it's as a risk, but more as an opportunity. How can you use that in your advantage or for your company?
William and Christian, a quick insight about the opportunities in LATAM.
Yeah, it's very, very short, this presentation, because we have only 5 minutes. I just only tell to the people, to my models, to my porn stars or webcam, use the currency in favor to invest in better quality. Because if you use this money, no, I win a lot of money. No, you win a lot of money to invest in better quality. That's the important. You have more money for your content. Okay, try to do it better, every day better. And it's just 5 minutes, and I just say this.
Yeah, if I have 5 minutes, well, what I would say to companies looking to invest here in Latin America is that there's a big opportunity. We have so many models. And the way I see it, and this is something Anthony already talked about, is that there's a lot of opportunity of diversification, putting new niche. Content platforms are very, very new right now, and they are just taking off. And right now, models, especially models, need to start looking also how they can start competing with other models. They need to start to looking on starting their social media, ramping up their social media campaigns, because there is a lot of competition right now in the adult market. And if companies are coming here with new tools, with new markets that they can, the models can enter, and aside from that, new ways they can make money, they're going to have a great time here because there's a lot of opportunity.
Definitely. And we are reaching out our time limit. So just to wrap it up, there are a lot of bridges that can be built, and you can have people on both sides. As you can see, we have a bunch of experts here that are here to help you with their region, and they are very knowledgeable, many years in this industry and very successful projects. So please, you can find them on the application, and you can DM them, message them if you have any question. You can set up some meetings. So guys, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge today about the beautiful region that is Latin America. Of course, we invite everyone to come here and visit us. Thank you so much. And also thank you very much, Paxum, the sponsor for this stage. So wishing you all the best and a lot of success and a lot of businesses opportunities coming up. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.